Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my February empties. These are all the products that I used up in the month of February. Actually, kind of a little into March here because like time is flying. Like I feel like we're like almost halfway through March and I just feel like a blur. Like everything's a blur. But I used up a ton of stuff. I actually used up a ton of makeup, which is very rare for an empties video. I feel like usually I have like maybe one or two makeup products, but I actually have a ton of makeup products that I used up, and I'm super excited to share with you guys what I think of the product after I used it all up, especially the makeup products. So let's get started. Okay, so I did quickly use up a couple candles. They are the Marshmallow Fireside by Bath & Body Works. It's my favorite scent. It's like my favorite scent. I love Marshmallow Fireside. They don't have it anymore. Like they just, I don't know if it's like a winter scent or something. They don't have it anymore. I'm like, why don't you have Marshmallow Fireside? I would repurchase you. So I've been trying to find new candles and like not at Bath & Body Works, especially Bath & Body Works in the spring and summer. I just don't like their scents. They're just way too potent, way too floral, way too fruity. I like a good, sweet, warm scent, but not too sweet. But like, I don't know. I love that one. It's my favorite of all time. But I need new candles. Like I need to go other places. And I like the Hearth and Hand Magnolia candles, and I actually just ordered a couple of those. But I just want different candles from like other places that, I don't know. So if you have any candle recommendations, let me know down below. I'm having an itch to try different candles and I just don't know where to start. So send me your recommendations. Okay, that was a long tangent about candles. Let's move on. I've got other stuff to talk about. I did use up a Living Proof Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo. It's my favorite dry shampoo of life. I've gone through tons and tons of it. I think maybe in every empties there's like a bottle in there, which means I'm going through 12 a year, which is probably a problem. But best dry shampoo ever. Always have a backup. It's the only thing that I use in my hair for dry shampoo. Okay, I have some skincare stuff and then I'm gonna go into all the makeup stuff. The first thing I have is the Derma E Essentials Radiance Toner. It has glycolic acid and rubus. I don't know what that is. To be honest, didn't really care for this toner. I used it all up, but I just didn't feel like it did much. I felt like it was just another step. Didn't see any really results from it, and I love Derma E products, I really do, but this one just didn't do much for me, so I'm not going to repurchase it. The next one that I did not like, and I used up another one of these last month and I used up another one this month. It is the Paula's Choice Skincare, the Perfect Cleansing Oil, and I didn't love it. For me, I used so much of it. Like you had to use so much to actually dissolve the makeup on your skin. And then I actually couldn't use that anywhere near my eyes. It irritated my eyes so, like literally burned the heck out of my eyes so bad. So I could only use it on my face. And again, I went through it so fast. I don't know. I just didn't love it. Wasn't my favorite. I have other cleansing oils that I can actually use around my eyes and it doesn't irritate, so I'd rather use that. So just not my favorite, wouldn't repurchase it, just not a favorite. I also used up, this is the Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover. I actually used this around my eyes when I was using that cleansing oil because I needed something to take off my eye makeup, so I used this up and it was okay. It kind of is a very typical eye makeup remover in that it kind of leaves that film, you know what I mean? That like makeup-y weird film, and it was okay. It did remove all of my eye makeup. It didn't irritate my eyes or anything. So it was good for that, but I wouldn't repurchase. Okay, last two skincare products. I have the Elemis Peptide 4 Night Recovery Cream Oil. I have raved about this so much. I love it. It's so good. It literally just makes your skin so plump and hydrated. I feel like it sinks in like an oil would. Like it just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it really, but it's amazing. It is a cream, but it feels as nourishing and as hydrating as an oil would. I don't know, it's amazing. Every time too, I had like a little blemish, not like major pimples that would pop up or anything, but just like a little blemish so over here, over there, whatever. I would put this on and the next day it would be gone. Like it made my skin hydrated. It made all my blemishes go away. Stuff is like magical. I don't know what's in it. It's amazing. I loved it. And I do have a backup of it, which is good. I haven't been using it yet because I'm actually using a ton of new skincare that I'm like really excited to share with you guys about. But that's another video. Really love that. Definitely suggest it if you were thinking about it. Elemis is so good for skincare. Okay, and then the last thing I used up is the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Face Cream in the Super 7 Complex. I actually really loved this as well. It was really hydrating. For me, it was just a good everyday moisturizer that I would use in the daytime. I use it at night once in a while too. It was just it seemed like a really good basic moisturizer, but really hydrating to the skin, and just made my skin really happy. So I did really like that. I know a lot of people love that product, and a couple people had asked me what I thought about it, and I do really like it. I think it's a good one. It's nothing like spectacular that will change your skin, but it is a really good moisturizer. Okay, sorry, one last thing before we get into makeup. I used up a little hand food from Soap and Glory. I had to share that real quick. Love hand food. I've talked about it. I feel like I've talked about that for years in my empties, and I probably shouldn't even put it in here, but it's a good hand cream. Okay, this isn't really makeup either, but I'm gonna share it anyways. I went through the Out the Door top coat. It's a decent top coat. Actually, I use this on my toes rather than my fingernails, and it's a decent top coat, and I like it because it dries really fast. And then this is the Essie Gel Setter top coat, and I actually really did like this as well. This one took a little longer to actually dry, but they were good top coats. I wouldn't say they're the best I've ever tried, but they were decent. I don't really know if this is a makeup product either. I keep saying I have a ton of makeup products and then I don't share any. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Remover Pen. I actually loved this thing, and I kept it for years, and finally it just dried out. I loved this for when I would mess up my wing eyeliner, if it would like go too far or I like made it too thick. I would always kind of just clean it up or kind of just like wipe it with this thing, and it's super cheap. I'm pretty sure it's like a couple bucks at the drugstore, but it's so worth it. Instead of like getting out a whole wipe or something like that to kind of clean up the mess you made, this is so easy. It's just like literally a pen, and I would just kind of like wipe it and like wipe it off and do it over. So I love this thing. It was so good, and it lasted me a really long time, so I definitely suggest that just to have around. It's really nice. Okay, I used up a little primer. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. I've talked about this primer before. I've had a ton of little samples. I literally had like 5 of these, and it is a really good primer. I actually really like the consistency. It's very different. It's kind of moussey, almost moussey lotion, and it just made your skin really smooth and really and almost a little hydrated, but just really smoothed out and kind of ready for foundation to lay on top. I really like that one. It was really good. I would definitely suggest, I might even pick up the full size when I finish more, but it's a really great primer. Okay, I used up a Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Black. This is my favorite eyeliner of life. I'm actually using something different right now, and I don't love it as much, and it's another one of those. I'm using the Stila all day, stay all day one, and I just don't love it as much. I love the brush tip on this. I just love the brush tip. For me, these dry out pretty quickly though, so that's the only downside to these, but for me, it's like the easiest way to make a wing liner. It's my favorite. Okay, I used up a couple of brow products. I used up the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Cannot live without this. This is my favorite brow gel. Some days I just throw this in my brows and I'm done. This is a staple product that I feel like even if I'm not wearing a ton of makeup, even if I'm just wearing a little something, this is always on my face. Like this is always being worn. I love it. It's so good. And then the other thing I'm so sad about, I'm like really upset about this, is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and apparently it's coming back. I don't know when it's coming back. I'd really like it to be soon, and I hope it's the same because I'm like, this is like a staple product. So love Benefit Gimme Brow. It was so good. Why did you take it away? Okay, I went through a couple of mascara things. The first thing is the Dior Lash Primer. I talk about this a lot and I love it. It is so good. I've tried pretty much almost every lash primer out there. I feel like I'm obsessed with lash primers. And This one to me is just the best, and I have tried the Lancome one and I do really like that one as well. I have to say it's very good and very comparable to this, but for this I just like it a little bit better. It's just not quite as thick as the Lancome one, and this one lasts me so long. Like literally this tube lasts me at least 6 months to maybe 8 months. Like it's a very long lasting lash primer. I mean, there's a lot of product in here and it lasts you a really, really long time without going bad or like irritating the eyes. It says, I believe it says it lasts 6 months. Yeah. So it's just a really good lash primer, and I know it's a little pricey, but if it lasts 6 months, it's pretty good. So I really like that one. Always repurchase it. It's the best. I also used up the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I've purchased a couple of these and I really do like it. I think it's a great kind of lengthening, helps hold your curl mascara. It's not clumpy. It goes on very just kind of just lengthens a little bit. It doesn't give a ton of volume, but I really like it. I think it's a great mascara for layering especially. I don't tend to wear this on its own very often. I tend to layer it with other like more volumizing mascaras, and it works out really, really nicely. It's not like one that I'm gonna like go run out and purchase right away again, but it is really, really good. Okay, the next thing I'm actually just tossing, I didn't use up the product, but is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Creamy Beige. And it's such a pretty color, but honestly, it dried out. Like I tried to use it the other day because I was like, oh, this might be something that's easy that I can just throw on in the mornings. And I couldn't even like get my thing. It's like hard as rock. So it's gotta go. It's a really pretty color. I would definitely pick it up again, but oh well. Oh well. I used up a Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy lip balm. Love these. I love the Fresh lip balms. They are like the best lip balms out there. And I just totally used that one up. It's totally gone. Loved it. It was very nice to use when I had it. The only thing about those lip balms I will say is do not put them in your purse in the heat because they will completely melt, because they're just so emollient and just buttery and they tend to melt. So I usually keep them inside, or I can actually put them in my purse in the winter time because it's so cold out, it doesn't melt, but in the summertime they do melt. I went through a blush. I know, I went through a blush. It is the Benefit Rockateur. I feel like I've used up a lot of Benefit products here. The Rockateur blush, there is still like some around the edges there, but I like couldn't even scrape it anymore. I was like, you know what, I'm done with you. I've used you up. You've had your time. I actually really did like this blush. I wore it, obviously, I pretty much wore this every single day for the past 2, maybe 3 months just to use it up, and it is a really nice blush. It's a really pretty kind of neutral blushy pink color that just gives you enough color but not like overly color. I don't know, it's a great one. Has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it gives you a little bit of a glow too. So I really did like that blush. I'm not gonna go repurchase because I have so many blushes, it's ridiculous, but it is really nice. I also used up the Bobbi Brown bronzer in medium. Yay, I finally used it up. Well, there's like a little sliver and literally I can't even get enough on my brush to like go on smoothly. Like it goes on so patchy because of the way it is. So it's okay. It's okay. I've had my time with it. It was a great bronzer. I am going to say I'm not going to repurchase it maybe ever, because I just find there's other things out there that I like better. It is a great bronzer. It goes on so smoothly. The color medium is a really pretty neutral color with a little bit of a reddish undertone rather than that orangey undertone, and it just is really pretty on the skin, especially my skin tone. If you're my skin tone, it's really pretty. So loved it. Even if you're a little bit more fair than me, it's a great bronzer. I really liked it. Very pigmented. It was great, but it's done. I used up a concealer and a foundation. I used up the Bare Minerals Bare Skin concealer. I can't believe I used this up. It is in the shade Light. I really did like this concealer. The only thing is it left like a shiny finish. And for me, I have a lot of fine lines and children make me look old. So I don't want anything shiny there. I want something matte and that stays and that's brightening. and it was very full coverage, but it just had too much of a luminous, like dewy finish under my eye that it kind of accentuated my fine lines. It tended to crease if I didn't set it like immediately, but it is really full coverage. I think if you're younger, if you have really young skin and not so many fine lines like me, I think this is a great concealer. But if you are a little more mature, have more fine lines, I don't think you'd like it. I think you would pass on it. And then I use up my beloved Complexion Rescue. I love this tinted moisturizer. It's my favorite of life. I don't know if I will ever stray away from this. It's the best. I have a couple other things that I need to finish up before I go repurchase it, but I know that once I finish up those couple tinted moisturizers, that's the first one I will go repurchase. It's my absolute favorite. Okay guys, so that is it for my Empties video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and whew, I feel like that was a long one. So if you stuck with me, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.